Hello everyone and welcome back to Codestar Technologies. This is one of the best tech YouTube channel here in Kenya and Africa at large. So if you are in this tech industry, kindly consider subscribing to our channel. That is, if you've not done that. And for the guys who have been supporting this channel, to our subscribers, to our viewers, continue supporting us. Now, in our today's session, we are going to unbox Arduino starter kit. This is a kit that has got a number of sensors. So if you are intending to do kind of what we refer to as embedded kind of systems, IoT, those kind of stuff, we are going to talk much about some of the projects that you can do using this kind of kit. But first of all, I would like us to unbox so that we can see what is here. But before we do that, you just need to know that if you're in Kenya and you need one, there is this company called Nerocas, as you can see here. Nerocas is you can get it. It's a company which is located at somewhere Thika. You can even order online this kind of kit. Though even Jumia, you can also get one and all those kind of stuff. So these are kits that you might need if you need to do some of the projects that we are going to talk about them here. So let's not waste a lot of time. Let's start with this bag. So the cost, it's going to cost you around 5,000. This bag is empty now, and this one has got some cables which you can use, just connectors, if I can call them. And as you can see, there is this cable which I want to show you how it looks like. This one. Now this one is this end, you normally connect it to the Arduino motherboard. Then we have got the other end, which is USB like, which you can normally connect it to your laptop and reprogram, do your program and all those kind of stuff. I'll explain on that so that you can get to understand. The rest are just cables, of which these connectors are, we have got female connectors, like this one is a female connector. We have got others which are both either female or male and all those kind of stuff. So if you have a background in electrical or electronic engineering, I think this is a language, or maybe even in physics, you can understand what we mean by this one. I'm not saying that we are going to do physics. There is nothing like that. So let's get to the box right now and see what is inside the box. So this is the box, and the box has got this one. This is called breadboard. Breadboard, it acts as the board where you connect to this cable, so that you can, it's like to create a circuit of your system, this kind of stuff. So this is the breadboard where you can connect and create a circuit for your system. I think that one, it's easy to understand instead of connecting physically. Now these are also connectors, as you can see them. You just connect to the breadboard, if it's male or female, all those kind of stuff. That is another thing that you need to know. So that is also a cable. And then we have got the box itself, which contains some stuff. Let me move this one aside a little bit like that. Then we have got this box now. Now this box, you can unbox it like this, this way. Then inside the box, now we have got the first one, this box, which has got, as you can see, it's Arduino Uno, because we have got a number of Arduino boards which you can use. Uno is the one that is for the you can start with, you can start doing projects with. Then there is another advanced one which has got more sensors which you can also work with. And these sensors are being used everywhere. When you go to NASA, that is NASA, they normally use these kind of sensors when doing the stuff to do with the astronomy. When you go to analytical engineering, they normally use these kind of sensors, like on aeroplanes. When you go to International Space Station, they also use these kind of sensors. So I would like to open so that I can show you. This board is the most important thing that you need to have, the first important thing. So this is now empty, I can put aside, and this is the board. As you can see, this end is where you connect this cable, as I said, this one. So you connect it at this end, and then the other end you connect it to the laptop, and you start programming. So this board now has got some ports where you can connect the pins, that is connectors, and the connectors now you can connect them to the breadboard. As I said, that one has fallen down, there's no problem, but I think you've seen the breadboard now. So once you connect here, you create a circuit and all those kind of stuff, and you start programming. So that is the Arduino motherboard, and it has got pins which are numbered, port numbers which are, you can connect specific pins and they are numbered. As you can see, there is 1, 2, 3 all the way up to 13, something like that, and all those kind of stuff. So yeah, that is the board. Now we have got these ones, and this one does not contain some medicine. Sio madawa. So these are sensors. These are a sensor which you can make use of it. I have not gone through to understand all about the sensors. So remember, I don't have any background to do with electrical, electronics, and all those kind of stuff. My intention is to come up with several projects which we are going to even do some videos and go post them here on this channel. So these are all sensors, and then we have got these bulbs, lights. Like for example, if you think of doing a street light system, something like that, this is a good thing. You can do a project that can work like that, or maybe something to do with the traffic lights. You can make use of these lights and so those kind of stuff, and you get to understand how they work. So that is a bag with some sensors. Then we have got this is an LED screen, the screen which you can connect and some kind of see measurements, if it is temperature and all those kind of stuff, depending on what kind of projects that you're doing, and you want to showcase the maybe like figures, like distance, how tall it sits, or distance from one end to another, because we have got sensors which can do that, temperatures and so forth. So these are the LED or the screen where you can kind of see those kind of stuff. Then we have got this bag. It has got this sensor. This sensor, it's one which is used to check something like to measure moisture either on a soil. So in this case, like for example, if you have a greenhouse, you might need to do a project that can automate everything within the greenhouse, like the irrigation system. So these are kind of sensors that you normally make use of them and all those kind of stuff. So that one works like that. Then we have got this bag which has got kind of something that looks like a card. I think most of you are familiar with this kind of stuff. The cards can either sense color codes, those kind of stuff. And these are the cards which you can, when you go to maybe hotels and so forth, restaurants and all those kind of places, and you're not given a key for a specific room, you might end up being given a card like this one. So you just swipe on your door, so then the door will open and all those kind of stuff. Because yeah, so this is now kind of sensor that can be used to do that kind of stuff, and you can apply it in many different ways, or in several types of projects that we can do that, something like that. I've not yet used them. This is the one that I've done a project with. It's called Ultrasonic Sensor, and this one can be used to sense distance. Like if I place it somewhere here, it can sense the distance between the sensor and this object which is here. So you can do measurements of distance, things like those ones, how far an object is. Like for example, assuming for example, you have got some cooking gas, which is those gas cylinders. You don't want the kids to be there or any object to be near it. You can deploy these kind of sensors to sense that in case something that comes close to that, then it can maybe send you an alarm or something like that, all those kind of stuff. So you can do a number of projects with this one. Like they are also being used by robots, like movements. When you go, those robots which have been sent to Mars, they normally use these ones to navigate from one end to another and all those kind of stuff. Think of there is a project which was done by a Kenyan on a walking stick, which is normally used by the visual impaired people, that is the blind people. So they can sense objects, like for example, to avoid like people colliding with objects and all those kind of stuff. These are sensors which can be used to do those kind of projects. So that is ultrasonic sensor. Then we have got other stuff here. I've not even used much of them. You can see the rest, there is not too much, but to explain much about, even there is this kind of a remote, like for example, if you want to enter the numbers, code, things like those ones, controlling robots and all those kind of movements and all those kind of stuff. These are kind of sensors that you normally use. We also have other sensors, like for example, the sensors which can be used to measure temperature. Like for example, if you want to maybe control maybe the temperature of a room, like AC and all those kind of stuff. This is a sensor which, these are some of the sensors that you can deploy to make use of those kind of stuff. So I think I'm explaining too much about the projects that you can cover using these kind of sensors. So there is fire, there is the ultrasonic, which I've talked about, distance, motion detection. Those kind of sensors also can be used to do those kind of stuff. We have got carbon dioxide. There are others which can sense water, like for example, if you have got like you can use design a smart hanging line for clothes to dry, so it can sense whenever it starts raining, it can notify you, those kind of stuff. So there are a number of projects which you can do or make use of these sensors, and you can make use of them very well. Now in terms of the some of the projects which I've done, I've talked about the walking stick, which it can be used to do that. There is another project even that our president, Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, even recognized. It was done by a guy called Alela. It was a smart glove which is normally used by the deaf people, like to communicate sign language and all those kind of stuff. So that is another project which you can do using these kind of sensors. We also got we have got something to do with a smart bin. Like for example, if it is a dustbin, when it gets full, you can see this kind of ultrasonic sensor. It can sense when the dustbin is almost full. It can notify it's kind of a smart garbage system which can help you collect garbage and all those kind of stuff. And these projects are growing each and every day. There is also the autonomous cars. Like for example, when you go to a company, like for those guys who are familiar with Tesla, I'm not saying I'm familiar with something that we all see on the internet. I'm yet to buy one, but I expect maybe very soon. With your support, I'm going to buy one, at least to showcase how it works. But now, these kind of sensors are the ones that the car can sense, like the cars which are, maybe the vehicles which are near them. It can also sense things to do with them. For example, if it's on the road, the yellow line, something like that, those marks of the road, on the road, they can sense those kind of stuff. To avoid collision, it can have those emergency brakes and all those kind of stuff. So those smart cars or autonomous cars, self-driven cars, they normally make use of these sensors to learn all those kind of stuff. Then we have got other types of sensors which can be applied in so many areas. Like for example, I've talked about smart bin, carbon dioxide. There are others for touch sensors, robotics. Like for example, if you want a robot to follow a certain path, you can design and make use of these kind of sensors, so that if a robot goes through a certain path you want to follow and all those kind of stuff, it can do such kind of stuff. There is even a project which is on this YouTube channel. You can scroll down and check some of there's a project which one of my friends did on solenoid locks. Those are smart locks, like for example to open a door, close a door. It can be used for smart cabinets, like for example those guys who normally go to Nairobi and maybe you are carrying your bag with the laptop and all those kind of stuffs, and you don't need to move around with it because you are entering different offices, different places and all that. So briefcase, you just take it to those areas, and you just enter some figures, a code that you're given, you open the door, leave it your bag there, be it has a laptop or whatever. Then you'll come, they will send you another code just via the phone. You enter, you make your payments via Lipa na M-Pesa, and it's going to open, and then you pick your bag and you're good to go. So it can also be used for charging. There is even a project that I did about the charging system, which was designed, and it's a project which is being used in somewhere in Kisumu. So yeah, just check some of those videos you're going to come across on this channel. They are some of the the videos that are here. So apart from those kind of projects, we have got motion detection. Like for example, think of you want someone to come and wash your clothes, and you're going at work and there is no one to open the door for them. So you having this kind of smart homes, it's just because of these kind of sensors. Because when they get to the door, you're going to get a notification that someone is on the door. It is ABCD. Then you'll open the door for them. You open the other door for the other rooms where they're going to pick the clothes, wash your clothes, do everything. You can see, you can have even CCTV which can monitor all this kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, you just close the door, you make payment, and you might never even meet these kind of guys because you are just ordering everything online and all those kind of stuff. So these are some of the projects which are growing, Internet of Things and all those kind of stuff. You need to know because these sensors, some of them, they can be able to communicate with Wi-Fi. Then Wi-Fi can be, so long as you have Wi-Fi on the house, you can be notified. Like for example, if you are coming out from work and you want to get some coffee ready for you, at the end of the day, so long as you have got some water on the on that is how do you call it, heater, it is going to heat. You can notify the heater to heat the water and all those kind of stuff. You just get in the house and everything is ready for you. So these smart homes are some of the projects which are looking very promising here in Kenya, because if you can get a real estate and engage them and talk about lighting system, like for example, if you want to turn off and on lights from your living room, all those kind of stuff, these are some of the projects that you normally do. This one, we say that you can do traffic lights, you can do those kind of lighting system just with your smartphone. You just turn off and turn on lights in other rooms and all those kind of stuff, even not street, how do we call it, security lights and so forth. So just at the comfort of your room, even moving your curtains and so forth, opening doors, gates and so forth, you can just do them with all those kind of stuff. And these projects are some of the projects that you can do them using these kind of sensors. So there is a lot you can do. I talked about solenoid locks, I've talked about smart dustbin, IoT, fire, things to do with moisture, things to do with all those kind of stuff. And as I said, these projects are being done, and these kind of sensors are applied almost everywhere. They have made our life easy and all those kind of stuff. So in Kenya, if you can do a project targeting real estate and engage them, like street smart lighting, those kind of stuff, dustbin and all those kind of stuff, it will be very easy to get a client and they will enjoy your product and you can start earning from it. You can even provide it as a cloud service, something like that, and you'll be earning from it. They will be controlling it. They will getting a lot of money out of this kind of project. Now, maybe you are saying that you don't have any background to do with the electronics or IT or computer science or those kind of stuff, but this one does not require. They are some of the simplest projects, simplest programming that you can do, I can tell you, because when I bought this kit, it took me like almost a day to do a project with it, like measuring distance, those kind of that, and you can modify that kind of a project to apply in different ways. So it's a matter of just consistent, and you learn a lot from this kind of stuff. So generally what you need to know, like for example, for the guys, if you've done like first year or maybe even certificate in ICT, that is NEC, you normally cover something we call C programming. Some of these stuff normally interact with the, it's kind of knowledge that you need to do about with C programming, though there is Arduino kind of softwares that you normally do and program those kind of stuff. So what you just need to do is to pick the Arduino board. This is the board that we talked about, the motherboard. You connect. Once you connect the other end to the laptop. This one you connect to the laptop. Then on the laptop you are going to download, you can get the official website for the Arduino, then download the software that is used to program Arduino, to do some Arduino project. Then even the code, sometimes you can just copy paste from the internet. It's a matter of just understanding code. I always keep on telling you that the easiest way you can learn the coding is just through learning other people's code, getting to know what they are doing, how the code is working, what is the final product, what is the feedback that you're going to get from the code. And through that is the only easiest way you can learn how to code and all those kind of stuff. You don't have to reinvent the wheel to keep on starting from scratch, like you're writing everything like all that. You don't have to do that. Some of the things people have done, and even if you do it, maybe you might not do it in a different way, but just it's good to have the background understanding of how it works. And once you have the background understanding of how these things works, now you can start learning other people's code, and you come up with a very nice project which you can now start monetizing it and get money out of it. So as I said, just connect this one, then connect to the laptop, start coding. Pick your broadband, connect the kind of the cables, connectors and all those ones, and your stuff is going to start working. You do some amazing project like lighting. You can talk about turning off and on of the street lights, motion detection, measuring of distance. You can do project to do with the moisture. You can also do some projects to do with the temperature, fire, carbon dioxide and all those kind of sensor. The ones that are for touch, like for example, if you want to open a door, something like that. So there are a lot of projects which you can do, and you can get all those ones from the internet, from YouTube. You'll get amazing videos which you can work on them. And in our next video, we'll be start doing this kind of projects, at least for you to showcase and learn all this kind of stuff. By the time now, we are going to open doors, because very soon we are going to have a physical location where now you can get Codestar technologies. You can come enroll for these courses, learn and all those kind of that, because we are going to offer them in a cheaper price, unlike what you normally get from other institutions. And it's going to be just a very short course, like for example 3 months, and you're good to go. You're good to go out there and start working, because you can get a job if it's a project that you're going to implement in a real estate. It's something that you'll find yourself you are capable of doing it. You are capable of working on it, getting to understand how you can deploy this kind of IoT system on the cloud and all those kind of stuff. So still, it doesn't mean I've done all this kind of stuff. I've normally learned. I just push myself beyond the limits, and I know very soon we are going to have amazing projects, and we are going to move very forward together. So that is it for today. I hope you've learned something. Just get this kit. It's about 7,000, something like that, maybe 5,000, depending on. You can check it online. You can get to the official website of this company called Nerocast. Then make your online order there. Make payments even via Lipa na M-Pesa and all those kind of. I've never tried the ones for Jumia and all those kind of stuff, but if you've tried, you can write a comment there at this comment section. Tell us how it is. If you've done a project, make the conversation continue there. Just tell us too much about what you've covered, what you've achieved and all those kind of stuff, at least so that we can create a nice room or a nice environment for every developer and young starters in this tech industry to learn something new. So these are some of the courses that will be very short, but it can act as a full-time employment. You invest just less for your education, and you get results which can make you just earn a lot of income from it. So instead of just going to universities, cover so many things, and maybe at the end of the day you are going to specialize on a specific area, this will be some of the best courses for you. So if you've not subscribed, kindly do so. And if you have not liked the video, just like the video, copy the link, share to as many people as you can. That's how you continue supporting this channel. And thank you for your support. Continue supporting us. If you might need to enroll for this kind of courses and web development courses and all those kind of stuff, just get to codestar.co.ke. Then you enroll for this kind of courses and you're going to learn more about it. So continue supporting us, continuing being with that, and we do appreciate. See you on the next video, which I'm going to do to showcase the project that we are going to work on, something like measurements of distance and those kind of stuff. Just simple projects which are going to come up with this kind of stuff. So I bought this kit long time ago, but I never got time to kind of interact with it too much and all those kind of stuff. But I'll try as my level best to do some of the videos concerning this kind of projects. So thank you guys, and see you on the next one.